sometimes, I just want to just hug Rashad really, really tightly. Cause he be, what Chris Brown say?
I don't know. What does he say?
Don't you be on no shenanigans. Yeah. Okay. So, hello. I'm Maya.
I'm Rashad.
Oh, he just Rashad right now.
Look at the camera.
He just Rashad this time. But, okay, so you guys already heard his story. Most of my story. See, the thing about me is I'm a hard learner. I'm very hard-headed. And I stopped my shenanigans a little more recently than he did. And so what he looking at me, he just like, it's okay, babe, I support you still. Anyway, so stop, I can see you. So I stopped my story pretty much the beginning of 2019. So beginning of 2019, like I said, I just got sick of it. I was in a rut. I really was. He's like, yeah, she was in a rut. I was in a rut. And to be honest, like, I knew kind of sort of how to do better, but I didn't really, I would say, have the resources to do better, just mentally and environmentally. Didn't really have many friends. I had people that I talked to. I had associates. I had guys that I was dealing with, but I didn't have any like friends or a real support system. You know what I mean? And so, because like I said, I wasn't talking to my family, and it was just a hot mess. I felt alone. And so I was praying to God, and I was just like, Lord, like, I want to do better. I want to be better, but I feel like I need people to help me. I can't do it by myself. I really need, somebody, at least one person, to just like help me get my life together. And so just so happened I was on Instagram that day or maybe that week. And I saw this young man post something on his story about, I forgot what he said. He was always saying some real inspirational stuff about how like guys, need to stop this cycle of hurt, and, we need to do better, and it starts with the men and XYZ. And I was just like, oh, he sound like he know what he talking about. You know what I mean? He sound like he know a little bit of something. And so I really just like, I reposted his story, and then I DM'd him, and I was just like, can you be my friend, please?
And I was like, what you mean by friend? What you mean, like friend, or you mean friend?
Ciao. Anyway, I genuinely just wanted a friend, because I was still dealing with my ex, still dealing with God knows who else. Lord help me. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, so I was not on that type of time. I was just like, look, bruh, I don't want you. I don't need you to want me. I just need a friend. And so yeah, he was just like, I guess.
I said, bro, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? At that point in time, I was just like, look, I don't know what type of time she's on, but I'm reading the message and she's talking about friend. I'm like, bro, look, it's just me and Jesus. So, I'm quick to turn somebody down. You know what I'm saying? I'm abstinent. I can't help you with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It can't be no boot call, nothing like that. I can't help you. And so, like I said, at first I was just like, but I was like, okay. She seemed like she might actually be genuine. So let me give it a chance.
Now, mind you, he had been abstinent for what, a few months at this point.
Yeah,
a few months at this point. This was the beginning of 2019, and as y'all heard, end of 2018, he was done with everything. And so
that wasn't a period, but that was more like a done.
Period. He was done. And so yeah, so fast forward, it was like March 2019, and I'm DMing him about being my friend. So he got all walls up. Like, he not trying to let nobody in after what he just went through. So he was just like, don't need no Jezebels coming to trap me up. And I was just like, look, bruh, ain't even like that. Like, I just see that you seem like, you know, a nice, upright, you know, upstanding citizen, and I want to be that. So yeah. And so what happened? So yeah, I DM'd him, and I was like, just telling him, I was just like for real though, like I just want to further my relationship with God. Like I really, like, I'm stuck in a rut, and you know, I just need, you know, help a hand to just reach up and pull me up. So he was just like, you know, okay. So
I was in Jacksonville at the time, and I was just like, okay, well, I'll call you on my way back to Tallahassee from Jacksonville.
and that surprised me, because I was just like, how you go from being all I don't know to now you gonna call me on your way from Jacksonville. So anyway, I was just like, okay, bet, because I think he was really just trying to see like really what type of time I was on and like what I was gonna come at him with. And so yeah, so not only did he call me, he FaceTimed me, which don't text and drive, don't be on the phone and drive, but he was. But he has one of those little, like, what you call them?
Little car clip things.
Yeah, the little car clip things where like you sit your phone on the dashboard. So he FaceTimed me.
Or at least I had one. Ask who has it now.
Anyway, so it's in my car now. But he FaceTimed me on his way back from Jacksonville, and I was just telling him, you know, a little bit of my story. I didn't really tell him that much, but we were just talking, and he was just saying, you know, that I was like really serious, like I wasn't, you know, playing no games or nothing like that. And so he was just like, okay, you know, we'll see. Like, I'll be your friend, cool. And I was just like, yay! And so.
What day was that? What that plays some importance to? What day was that? That was April 1st.
No, this was March 28th.
I got back from Jacksonville on April 1st.
I got receipts.
I got back to Jacksonville on April 1st because that day was actually her birthday. And so when I got back to Jacksonville, or maybe that was the day before. Okay, maybe that was the day before. But because I remember I ended up asking her to come over. Why? I don't know why. But it was her birthday. You know, I saw on Instagram that it was her birthday. So I invited her over. My grandmother had made me some turkey burgers, which is so good. And I made her some brownies with M&Ms. I don't know why I thought to do that to her, for her, because I had never really done that for anybody else. At least not no new people. Like, I don't even know you, bro. But for some reason, I was like, hey, bro, it's your birthday, so let me be a blessing to you.
You can scroll through
It
the
ain't
receipts.
even that deep.
Yeah, it is that deep, because I know I'm right. Anyway, it was like, that's his you know, perspective. But, okay, I'm pretty sure it was like March 28th or something like that. And, yeah, so like I said, I really didn't have no friends. I was on and off with my ex. I was in a bunch of foolishness. And so, like I said, we talked on the way, on his way to Jacksonville. And then a few days later, it was my birthday. And so we have been keeping in touch a little bit. And he called me. I forgot if he called me or texted me. And he was just like, you know, hey, like, I think he saw it was my birthday on Instagram. And he was just like, you know, I see it's your birthday. You know, like, what do you have planned today? And I was just like, nothing. Like, sit in my room sad, crying. Like,
And why was that? Weren't you dealing with your ex?
no. Okay, so I had cut him off like a week before that, a few days before that. He asked me, if y'all can't hear him, he asked me, wasn't I still dealing with my ex? Like I said, we were on and off. I had stopped dealing with him like a few days before, or a week before. And so I didn't, like, I literally, I had nobody to talk to on my birthday. Like, I had a few guys I was dealing with from Tinder. Delete the app if you have it.
See, I ain't gonna lie. See, a lot of girls, especially if they know that their birthday coming up, they gonna delete the boy after their birthday. You know what I'm saying? Because they still got to, you know, get whatever kind of benefits they can get on their birthday. You know. But so I will say that, you know what I'm saying, that was a pretty, you know, respected move, you know what I'm saying, to cut him off before the birthday rather than after.
I believe we had gotten into a really big argument, and like, he had hurt me pretty bad in a few different ways that particular day or argument. So I was just like, bro, I don't want nothing to do with you. But of course, I ended up changing my mind like a week or two later, but that is what it is. So yeah, he asked me, he was just like, you know, what are you doing for your birthday? And I was just like, nothing. Like I said, a couple of the guys that I was dealing with via Tinder, or I guess that's how I had met them, they like was trying to hang with me, do whatever, and I was just like, I don't know. So I was contemplating going with them or not. And then he had hit me up and he was just like, hey, my nana made some burgers or whatever. Like, you should come up for dinner. And I was just like, if I go through door A, I might end in some regrets. If I go through door B, I think it's a pretty safe bet. So I was just like, I'm gonna do both. So I think I ended up going to the other dude's house and chilling with him. I think we like smoked and like he like this is news to me. Whoop. I think we smoked and like something else. And then later on that night, like I had went home. Oh no. Okay. Cut. So
now the story changes.
No, because I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Because I remember I was at the gas station getting gas to go to the guy's house when Rashad called me and asked me to come over to his house. And you see how God be intercepting? He really do. Shush. Anyway, so I called dude and I was just like, hey, change of plans. I can't make it tonight. I'll be back though. Because he said he had got me a present, and plus I know whoever watching this, if you're a smoker, especially like if you're a female, like if a guy gonna smoke you out for free, then it's just like whatever. But anyway, sad story. I'm better now. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah, so his expressions, bro. I hope y'all can see this. But so I ended up going to his apartment later on that night. Like he said, he made me burgers and an M&M brownie, and I was just like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, like, and he was just genuinely being nice. Like, he wasn't looking for nothing in return. Like, he wasn't trying to like be on no type of funny business. And I was like, who are you? Like, what's wrong with you? So yeah, that really touched me in my heart, and it genuinely, I appreciated it, and we just kind of started a friendship. He ended up being like low-key my therapist, y'all. Like,
by the way, my major is psychology. No, I did not charge her for that, but you could pay me back after we get married. Yeah. That's a knee slap.
So So what ended up happening was we ended up just developing a genuine friendship. Like, I would come over to his apartment, like literally just to hang out. But the thing was, like, I was still in my shenanigans. Like, I was still dealing with homeboy, still just all type of stuff. So I would like try to like, he was like a safe place, honestly. Like, I would try to like go over there, like just to get away, just to hang out, and literally end up breaking down, like in the middle of just talking to him, and he would just be like, bro, you okay? Like, and I would spend like how many hours just crying to you, like, Rashad, I don't know what to do. I don't know why he won't love me.
All day.
What
seemed like all day? Literally
all day. I would just sit there and just cry. Like,
I used to look at my watch sometimes, like, I get with friends and all, but it's 3:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I get I'm past that life, but you got to go. You got to go.
Literally, like, and it's so crazy though, because I didn't know I was taking that long, but it would literally be like 3:00 in the morning, and I'm just sitting there like crying and talking to him, and he's just like, bro, you don't have to. No, he would not let me touch him, and he did not touch me. I don't know why he playing y'all like that. He literally, like, he was so like, and I respect that because he was so strict about his boundaries that like he literally would not even let anybody upstairs. Like, the only bathroom in his apartment was in his room. At least like that wasn't his roommate's bathrooms. When I tell you, if I had to go to the bathroom, I just had to go home, because like he would not allow me into his room, like any girl for that matter. Like, He was like, I'm not going back to that life. You're not finna trick me into going back to that life. So literally I stayed in the living room on the couch, and that's it. So yeah, so I would literally just like sit there and cry, and he was just like, he would just tell me, like, he would listen to me, you know, he would just let me get it all out, but at the end of the day he would just be like, you know, you don't have to do this, right? And then I would come up with all type of excuses on why I'm still there, why I'm still dealing with it, why I'm still doing what I'm doing. And it was just, he was a true friend. He was a trooper, like, for real, for real. And I was just like, just stuck between a rock and a hard place. And the breaking moment in all of that, because that went on for a few months. I met him the last few days of March. Our first time seeing each other in person was on my birthday last year in April, and then it was August of last year. I had been going to church, like, been, you know, off and on with that relationship, like, really been trying to get my stuff together. And I had gotten baptized again, I guess, because I had gotten baptized as a kid, but, you know, just really like, really learning, you know, who God truly is and just what he's done in my life. I really just had to just truly give my life to him again. And so yeah, that was July 28th that I got baptized. Literally the week after, because I wasn't talking to my ex, I don't think, like, any that month. The week after I got baptized, went back. I don't think I had smoked at all that month. I hadn't had sex at all that month, like, any of that. The week after I got baptized again, like, start dealing with him again.
See, and I feel like I got to make an interjection because it was so crazy, like, how that happened. Because, like, I literally remember, she was just talking about right after she got baptized. She was just saying, like, how, oh, the only way that I would ever take him back is if he got baptized, and if he just, you know what I'm saying, if he just started to change. The devil hears you too. Not only does God hear you, but the devil hears you too. So, you know, all of a sudden, out of the blue, the boy finna get baptized. He trying to do right. He this, that, and the third. And it's just, oh my gosh, yes, I just think it's a sign from the Lord. So I'm just like, bruh. So, like, it was just, honestly, it was so disheartening because, like, it was just, like, so much foolishness. Because even as a friend, like, she was kind of sometime, you know, I loved her as a friend, but, you know, she would have these periods where she would, you know, we would be talking or whatever, and then she would just go ghost and I wouldn't hear from her. And it was just mainly due to that relationship, you know what I'm saying? And I guess she didn't want me to be involved of whatever was going on. She didn't want me to, you know, hear about, you know, from day to day or whatever, but she was just dealing with that. And like I said, it was tough to be her friend in that period. So honestly, we got to a point to where I was just like, look, you know, I knew what was going on, you know, seeing the dude come up to our job because, you know, she started working at Whole Foods too that summer. And like I said, I was just tired of the foolishness, to be honest. Like I said, although I loved her, I can't sit around and continue to essentially feel like I'm condoning this. So I was just like, look, it was one night I was just like, I love you as my friend. I really do. But if you're gonna continue to deal with this, bro, I just can't be your friend. Like, you know what's right and what's wrong. You know that you shouldn't be in this situation. And I love you enough to tell you that. But if you want to continue to be in this situation, although it's not fine, I'm just going to have to exit stage left.
Literally. And that was the breaking point. And, you know, he kind of just slid that in there. But literally, like, so much was getting messed up because of that relationship. Like, I couldn't keep a job, whether it was because, like, I had, like, whatever bruises or, like, I could, like, to where I was trying to hide. Like, that's another reason I was going ghost, because, like, I didn't want anybody to see me like that. Like, I didn't take pictures. Like, I would just, like, isolate myself, or even, like, just arguing or being so high to where, like, I wasn't getting sleep, or, like, I would sleep too much, and I would just go be late to work and, like, XYZ. Like, I couldn't keep a job. And so he was already working at Whole Foods, and I had told him, like, I lost one of the jobs that I had, well, the only job that I had at that time, and he was just like, look, bro, I'm gonna refer you to Whole Foods because I know you need a job, but I don't need no foolishness. Like, I'm putting my name on the line for you. You need to do right by this job. So I was just like, okay, I get it. So yeah, I kept that job for a little bit, and like he said, I was still dealing with homeboy, and it just wasn't going well. And the same cycle was starting to repeat itself, and he saw that. And like he said, I remember, that night, because that was the night that, I had to make a decision, because I was literally sitting in my car outside of my ex's apartment, and he called me because he had told me he needed to talk to me earlier that day. And he called me, and he was just like, Maya, I don't know how else to say this, but I don't know how else to say this, but I love you as a friend, like he just said, but I can't sit here and watch you continue to choose to hurt yourself, like, because at this point, like, you know what needs to be done, like, what God has been telling you, the situation you in, it's not it. And so it's you're choosing to stay here, you're choosing to stay in the situation that God has been calling you out of. So he was just like, I can't be your friend anymore. Like, I'm so sorry to tell you that, but I can't be your friend anymore. Y'all, when he told me that, I was just like, oh, I'm done. That's it. Like, literally, because it's so crazy, because in that moment, like, just hearing him say that, hearing him tell me that, like, we weren't even like attracted to each other on that level. Like, we didn't want each other like in that way. Like, we were literally just genuinely like good friends. And when he told me that, I was just like, it just hit me. I was just like, wow, like, this is literally like the best friend that I've ever had. And I saw the fruit of our friendship and just how my life had been changing, just, him blessing me, or, being used by God to bless me with that job, just him being such a great influence in my life. And I felt like in my spirit, I was coming to a crossroad. Like, I was coming to a point where, like, I don't know if y'all know that story in the Bible, but like, God was either finna just give me away to that spirit and just like let me do
that whole spirit.
Anyway, like, he was just gonna give me away, or I was gonna act right. And so I felt like that was a very pivotal moment, and a very pivotal decision in my life. And I was just like, I just started crying, and I was just like, I have to be done. Like, I have to be. And so, that night, I told my ex, I was just like, that's, I'm done with this. Like, I can't do this anymore. And I meant it that time. And yeah, he didn't think I was serious, because he called me the next day and was just like, what you doing, where you at? And I was just like, what? And so so yeah, it took a while for him to like really get that through his head, that like, no, like, I'm so serious, like, that's it. And then even after that, it was a very big rebuilding process. Like, I was so unhealthy in so many ways. I had to just deal with the repercussions of smoking as much as I was smoking, for how long I was smoking. I had to just deal with, getting healthy again, just in so many different ways, growing my hair, because like, it was just a hot mess. And through all of that, Rashad was just my friend. And then, after a little while, we were on the phone one night, and he was just like, I think I'm feeling you. And I was just like, I know you are. But no, seriously, like, he was just like, because one day we went to lunch, and he was literally like, I'll let you tell it.
So one day.
So yeah, I was done for good, and I was just on a journey of like healing and just really just trying to get healthy in so many different ways. And we were just developing our friendship, truly. And so one day we were on the phone, and we didn't really like FaceTime each other at night usually, but we had been talking a lot during that time. And he was just like, I think I'm attracted to you. And he was just like, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. And I was like, what? Okay. What?
Didn't that come after our lunch?
No, Rashad.
Okay. Well, tell a story.
Anyway, like I was saying. So yeah, he was just like, I think I'm attracted to you, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. And I was just like, okay. May I ask why? He was just like, yeah, cause I mean, you know, you've had a lot going on, and you know, I know like you just recently got out of that. I'm not really trying to like do it out of that, and then like, you know, you need time to heal, and you know, like we have a really good friendship. And I'm just like not on that type of time, but I just wanted you to know because I didn't want, you know, things to like seem weird between us and then like you not know why. So he was just like, you know, I don't know, you know, how you feel about that or what. And I was just like, what you mean how I feel about that? Like, do I think you're attractive? And he was just like, I mean, yeah. And I was just like, you alright? Like, nah. I was just like, nah, you a cutie, look at you. But I was like, I mean, it's pretty unexpected because like I said, like there had been nothing like that like in our friendship. So I was just like, you know, I think you're a very handsome guy, and you know, you're a great friend, and you know, you just like, I love spending time with you, but you know, I never really thought about it more than that, and obviously you haven't either, so I don't really know what we do with this. And so we just started getting to know each other. And so he was like asking me, you know, like, so like what's something I don't know about you? And I was just like, okay, well, like I gave him a few little fun facts, and like, you know, I was telling him like my middle name and all of that. And then I was just like, what's something I don't know about you? And then he was just like, nah, I can't tell you that. And I was just like,
No, she asked me for my middle name
specifically.
Yes. And so I was just like, I don't even know you like that, bro. I ain't finna say that, tell you my middle name, bro. Like, what you the feds, bro? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Asking me all them questions. But
Anyway.
yeah. So I mean, honestly, like, I remember one day in particular, like, okay, well, the day after that. So we went to Mr. Robato's to get some food. This was Mr. Robato's on Mayhem Village, Mr. Robato's, and it's pretty cold out here, but. We went to Mayhem Village, Mr. Robato's, and like I said, it was just a regular day getting some food like we would have normally done. And we sat down, and I don't know, like I looked at her, and it was just as if, like literally, like as if God revealed her to me, like God was saying, "This is your wife." Like, oh, like literally, like it was literally as like God revealed her, like just. Her face like changed, and I saw her in a way like I had never seen her before.
Y'all, he was looking at me so weird across the table. Like literally we were in the middle of talking, and then he just started staring at me weird, and I was just like, hey.
So like from then on, honestly, like I knew like she was it. Like I had always wondered, okay, you know, like how will you know what I'm saying, when you find like that person, like, or I hate to say that person, but the person that you choose, like, you know what I'm saying, like the person that, you know, maybe God's best for you, like the person who, you know, you should be with. And in that moment I knew. And so from then on, like I knew she was the one.
And I knew he knew I was the one, because guess what, y'all? That day, that moment, I was just like, so Rashad, you know, you looking at me all weird and stuff, like what's something that, you know, I don't know about you? Because like he told y'all, I had asked him his middle name the night before, and he would not tell me. So I was just like, Rashad, what's something I don't know about you? And then he was just like, so my middle name is bleep, 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 bleep.
You can continue.
Oh, that's all I really had to say. After that, we lived happily ever after.
Oh my gosh. So after that, you know, we started to talk. Like I remember, like we went on like kind of like a date, our first date to Olive Garden. It was kind of weird because when she came over, like we had on the same color and it wasn't even
No.
intentional.
We skipped a part, y'all. So between that and our first date, okay, he already told y'all his story. I already told y'all my story. So he said the night he told me he was attracted to me, he said like he wasn't really trying to do anything about it because of everything that we both had gone through, and because like we both knew like if either one of us were going to get into a relationship, especially if we were going to get into a relationship together, that was going to be it. Like we weren't trying to like play like just date for fun. Like we weren't playing games. So we were saying like, okay, like if we're gonna do this, like we're gonna actually do it. And that was scary in a lot of ways. And especially with, you know, me having recently like just let go of all of that. I think it was maybe like a little over a month in between like me like being done with all of that for real, and done for real anyway, and you know, us like starting to talk. So like because it was such a short like period, he was just like, no, like I'm not really trying to do that. But the thing is like it was kind of already like, how do you say, like just
Emotion.
Yeah, like we were already like feeling each other, I guess. And so the way our friendship was starting to like turn, it was like kind of like it was starting to kind of look like a situationship, like unintentionally, because like we had feelings for each other, but we weren't trying to like get into a relationship with each other, because like I wanted to make sure like I was healed, like he wanted to make sure I was healed. He wanted to make sure like he had his stuff together, because like this man is a perfectionist. Like he don't want to do nothing unless he know it's right. So like
Hence why this video is 2 years overdue.
Right. So it's just like there was just so much.
Well, not this one, but my story. Yeah.
So there was just so much that was like stopping us from actually getting into a relationship together, because we knew like we wanted it to be like for real if we were gonna do it. But you know, because we were still hanging out, because we were still friends, because we were still regularly interacting with each other, it started kind of to like be kind of like a gray area. And so after about 2 weeks, I was just like, look.
She was like, this is not finna work. I done been here before, and I done heard it all before. And she done played the fool before. And she said, God. Nah, bro, this wasn't finna happen again, bro.
So, yeah, I told him, I was just like, look, bro, I understand, you know, I feel however, you feel however, but I don't got time for this, honestly. Like, if I'm gonna be single, I'm single. I'm finna be single in the Lord and grow and flourish and get healthy and do what I got to do. If I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna be with you, and that's what I'm gonna do. But this middle ground, no.
So in that moment, I had a decision to make. Was I gonna continue to just be her friend? Or was I gonna make the decision to be her man? And really it was tough, because, you know, I knew the type of man that I wanted to be, the type of man that I aspired to be, you know, the type of relationship I wanted to have with God, the type of place I wanted to be in financially. Like I knew where I wanted to be as a man. And so, you know, honestly, I didn't feel like I was ready. And I remember so crazy that, you know, even while we were just friends, she had told me like, Rashad, like, you want to be perfect, and you're not perfect, and you're not gonna be perfect. Like, you know, when that right woman comes, you're not gonna be perfect, but you got to accept that. Like, you can't sit there and pass over the right woman because you don't feel like you perfect, and you're never gonna be perfect. And thank God I didn't, because she wouldn't be here.
And y'all, that was just like my friendly advice. Like, I had no idea that would be me one day, but I was literally just telling him, I was just like, you bugging, and it's you not gonna ever reach like this height of perfection that you're trying to find like before you start dating again. Because he was like, as people like to say, anti-relationship, but it was really just cause like he did not have time for games, so he wasn't trying to play no games when it came to like his heart or other people's heart. And so yeah, I told him
September 20th we got into a relationship, and from there we've lived happily ever after.
Now it's the happily ever after.
I mean, I ain't say we had to be done, but
there's not really much to say.
I mean, through through our relationship. I mean, people look at us all the time. They look at us crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because we tell them, we haven't kissed. Lord willing, our first kiss will be at the altar. Why is that? Because she's not mine. Like, she belongs to God. Like, that's how I view it. She's God's daughter. She belongs to God. She's not my wife. She doesn't belong to me. And so, Lord willing, our first kiss will be at the altar. Our first time having sex will be our wedding night. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had boundaries. We have boundaries, and we want to maintain those. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't spend the night at my house for what? Like, we don't be laid up in the bed together for what? Like, we try to stay in my living room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what type of time I used to be on. Like, and so we ain't trying to be in that. But, by God's grace, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have continued to progress in our relationship. And on the 12th of December, which was last Saturday, we got engaged. And our wedding, Lord willing, will be July 23rd, 2021. And so we just wanted to share our story with you. You know what I'm saying? It's cold out here. The camera finna die. So we hope that, you were able to relate. And, man, keep it locked for more content, because we definitely, this is really a faith move, because this is long overdue. We're supposed to have gotten this out. Her story, my story, and our story. But, you know what I'm saying? We're just trying to move by faith. So, as always, it's your man, Shad.
Maya.
And, stay tuned.
Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. You and I in the glass top, so you know it's not a cheat. Something told me you right back, and no, I'm not a creep. You can be my Beyonce, don't act like me. I seen a few things. If it's me that we talking, I'm too wavy. Gave her more than a shoe game. Kicking knowledge like Lil Kane. Gotta think about making a few changes.
So definitely thank y'all for tuning in, man. We had to come get in the car because it was way too cold. But as always, man, we thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Man, post it, share it with your family, with your friends, man. If you know anybody that can relate to my story, her story, or our story, man, definitely make sure you share it. Thank you for showing the love and support. And yeah, so stay tuned for any new content that we got coming your way. And yeah,
I want a biz for her and my brothers, a legacy live. She want revenge from all of the jiggers that drove her to ends. I put on game. We moving in silence, ain't nothing in vain. I look her in the eyes and say, you ain't gotta ask, you know I'm down.